Boop. There you go.
There we go.
Thanks. Okay.
Hi, Lorena.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Jess.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Still gotta go grab my tray.
Okay.
BRB.
All right. You're back. That's looking good.
Oh yeah, they're a lot better than
Yeah.
yesterday. Can you see?
Imagine what one day can do.
See? Look. Isn't that crazy? Yesterday they were like barely out.
Yeah. Awesome. Yep. One day is, I guess is what it is right now with everybody having lower temperatures. So, so even though it's like 69 in here instead of 72. Right. Today it's 73 though. It's back up because the temperature went up a little bit out here. But when it gets down to 15 degrees, it just, even inside it's hard to keep up the temperature. So,
Well, but I have no excuse.
because your cold is 55.
Exactly. I'm not kidding.
I know.
I mean, that's like the legit temperature. It's 44 right now.
Well,
but
it's not. Yeah. All right. So you got ours here taken out. Remember the pink one was seeded with the new seeding machine versus the other one. So we're going to see how well it does compared to compare because we've actually never done a side by side on this. We just jumped right in on it. So this is a good test.
I'm excited for the side by side. I'm glad you did it.
So that is the one with the seeding machine.
All right. Looks pretty dang good.
And then the one by hand.
But you can see
Got some spots there. Missed a spot there. And then the rest of it's pretty good. Pretty good, but this one's down a little bit too, so it didn't get seeds probably all the way to the edge just by hand. So comparative side by side.
Wife will help.
Wife will help. So I think that one's even a little taller,
That's interesting.
but not that much difference really.
Yeah.
Just some patches.
Yeah, that would literally be the only difference, I would think.
More even.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. But well, I don't know. I guess you're not able to truly know exactly how many grams dropped though.
So like for one tray, no. But when we do, say we did what, 50 broccoli, I weigh what I put in
60, but yes.
60, whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
60 broccoli. So whatever I put in the seeder, I weigh before I put it in there. And then when we're done planting, I weigh what's left. So I can average out exactly how much went into all the trays.
Because we're still dialing it in 100%. So
I can go by the average of that. This one, I think the cabbage
like
was
25.
23 and a half is what we were at. like that setting. So it was actually 3.5 extra grams. But not a major difference. But 23.5 is what
We'll
the
see.
average was.
We'll really tell when it's done and we cut it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's will be the,
That will be the true litmus test.
which everything that's on there right now was planted that we're harvesting tomorrow was planted on with the cedar. So we'll really be able to tell overall what we're getting. So
Which is hilarious because we were still learning how to use cedar, and there are some that like have entire rows of nothing
Mhm.
because the cedar stopped rolling.
it just skipped.
And we didn't
because-
catch it because like
Yeah.
we just didn't know that when that wheel stops,
it
nothing comes
stops.
out. So there's like it's even, nothing, even. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no, oops. Lessons were learned.
So yeah, I guess that's something that you have to keep in mind when you're using that.
Yeah, you gotta, and now this round we were watching, more closely and everything else and understanding more how to use it and everything else. So
Yeah.
second round is planning 450, 500 trays. You figure it out by the end. And
Yeah.
the actual kid was actually using it mostly this time. So just let him go for it. And he's probably more particular about it than I am. Like,
He will stop and he'll back it up and turn the wheel manually a little bit and then continue on. He's like, oh, nope, back it up.
so yeah.
Okay, buddy, it's not that serious.
Well, that's good though.
He was a little threatened by this machine though, because he's like, he fills the seed containers on Thursdays normally. He's like, you're taking my job.
He found all the shakers.
We fill up all the shakers for the major crops. And he was like, you guys are taking my job. I was like, oh no, you definitely will have plenty to do still, sir.
All right, so let's water these things in. So we'll get that, we'll do watering in. And then go under lights, under lights,
Straight to lights.
straight to lights. For the next 7 days.
Yep. Oh, change setting. Try not to splash mic.
So there's a little bit of puddling, you'll see, just because the soil holding it. Probably not a good view,
Give it a second. There you go.
camera, but we got a little bit over there, but it will soak in with
Really
this Coast to
fast.
Maine really fast.
This main behaves different than like Pro Mix. The Pro Mix would suck it up immediately.
Like this one's already
Yeah, it's all gone now.
done. No dripples or nothing like that. So, yeah. So that is coming to germination.
Ta-da!
Any questions or concerns or?
I guess my only thing is, or I'm just curious, just because I'm wanting to be a nerd. Do you have a tape, like a way to like measure your seedling height right now? I'm just curious.
I mean, we got a ruler we could use. Sure.
Because I want to see how tall yours are versus, because yours is taller than mine.
Let's get the tape measure.
I mean, I know you got Coast to Maine and all, but I
Yeah,
got a handy dandy ruler here too.
handy dandy ruler. She's looking for the tape measure. I think it's up front, dear.
I'm just curious because I'm measuring one of mine. I'm not pulling on it. It's a little bit curved because it was in weighted germination.
Good job.
I knew you'd appreciate that. I'm looking at about 3/4 of an inch. I think
3/4,
yours
okay.
are taller than mine. Because I know my soil's not as high as yours.
Yeah, it's just
My-
measuring off the soil though, right? Like so.
My soil depth is. I went. Yeah, I'm also right at like 3/4 of an inch from the lip to the top of my soil.
Okay.
So I know that. Yeah, that's about right. I did a pretty good job all the way even.
What are you at?
About 3/4 of an inch soil to the top of the and then like I mean not every seedling is going to be exactly the same like yours.
No, just what your average kind of is. We're what? What are you at? 1 inch on average.
Yeah, I'm either a quarter to 5/8.
Okay.
So not too much, but yours may have
No.
been, you saw what mine looked like yesterday. Yours might have been, you said yours was a little further along than mine was even.
Maybe a little bit, but not a lot. So yeah, but I mean, and a quarter of an inch is not a lot of difference either coming out. So I mean, yeah, but that is probably the Costa Main effect.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope I can really get my hands on that stuff.
Yeah. I hopefully maybe we can make it popular enough that they make it more readily available to
That's the
people.
plan.
And we don't run them out. This is the second point.
Yeah, I just wish, I don't know that I could like, because Ace is selling it. They're just not selling the 2 cubic foot size bag.
Yeah, and I can't believe they won't get that in for you.
No, they sell the smaller size.
Yeah,
They said their distributor doesn't have the 2 cubic foot bag. I'm just like, well, if they have all the other sizes, why don't they have the 2?
yeah, they should be able to get it. If they really, really wanted to, they probably could get it for you. I mean, our A's get any soil we wanted.
As long
Yeah.
as they ordered
As
it.
long as they ordered enough and they just did a half a truckload and left it there for us and we just come pick it up when we need it. Which was nice when we were in the house. We didn't have to have a whole bunch of soil set around.
Yeah.
Like, how many pallets does Ace have right now? Because they're all mine.
Yeah.
Check the inventory.
Yep.
What's
They
the
won't. They
online
wouldn't sell it to anybody else.
Yeah.
They didn't put it out or anything. Only thing they would put out if a bag was damaged, it was tore. We told them we didn't want them ones, and they would put that out for sale for anybody else.
And people would buy them.
So
I'm like, yeah, I can't use that one. That one's got a hole in it. I can't use that one. It's got a hole in it. And they're like, okay, those ones are going out to the floor. Okay.
when you buy enough, they take care of you, you know. But yeah, so that's cabbage so far.
So far.
So
That's cabbage so far.
there's not a whole lot else to do until we get a little bit further in. So like I canceled one for tomorrow because there's no reason to really be here for that one. And then we'll just do it along with Tuesday when we do the cilantro coming out of germination. We'll do a cabbage one as well after that, of seeing where it's at and stuff. And we'll check heights again.
Yeah.
See where
Yes.
they're at. That's a pretty good thing. I think actually doing that's probably good for this. Checking heights.
Yeah, just because you can see, I mean, again, it just for everybody on the video, I mean, if you didn't catch it, we had to go an extra day. Anybody who goes back for the replay on this, we
Yeah.
had to go an extra day because it's too cold. So this would be normal though, normal condition,
Yes.
3-day weighted germination.
Normal conditions, not winter and temperatures drop plummeting. Not the Arctic blast that everybody got.
Humidity doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally 3 days is plenty for cabbage.
Oh yeah.
But
And
you know, that's plants. That's the
Mine
way it is.
usually always looks just like this on regular 3 days.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah.
So
It's-
does ours. We went to peek at ours. And I was like, oh no.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly what I did too. I was
this
like,
isn't gonna work.
I was like, what's happening? What is my hygrometer saying? Why is the seeds not growing like normal?
Yeah.
Why does my broccoli look like this? Because it wasn't just my cabbage, it was everything else too.
Everything else too, yeah. Everything. We'll see what everything it does on Monday that's here, but it's like I said, right now it's back up. 73 and 55 in here, so we should be good back on pace of everything. So
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
because that stuff needs to be on the same schedule. It's already sold.
That's no bueno. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might need to leave the heater on or something. I don't know.
Actually, we get down to it and we see that they're not. Actually, you just turn the lights on longer. Just leave them on 24 hours the last few days, and that usually takes care of it.
Between the extra light and the warmth from the lights.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that because I have trays, growing and I have a deadline on them too, and I already knew they were a day behind, I actually closed the door to my room to keep the light heat in. So that it would stay at like 73 in there, because my humidity is not a problem. I'm in Florida, everyone. So it's the,
That's something she doesn't say often. My humidity is not a problem.
well, actually it normally very much is a problem.
Yeah.
This time of year, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
So, it's like perfect, really. It's 39, 40. Perfect. Like couldn't ask for
Perfect.
better. It's just too cold. And if I turn my heater on in my house, it's gonna dry my house out. So
Yeah. No win.
yeah, exactly. So like, no. So like I said, I just trapped my light heat in the room and my hygrometer is good and everything's still perfect. So
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Is you don't have, I don't recommend like somebody changing their heat. You just keep the lights on. It works much better than trying to crank heat up.
yeah, because the heater will dry the air out.
Yeah, we'll dry the air out, and then is it too much heat? Did it blow on, and then they die, and like yeah. So yeah, just
And then
turn the
you're
lights
like,
on.
"What happened?"
Not that we've learned or anything from experience.
Learn from my mistakes.
We did start growing in January of 21, so like we had to have a humidifier in the room when we first started.
Well, that's also you guys growing in your house. So
Yeah.
had to have the heat on when it's 10 degrees outside. So
Yeah,
10 is generous.
sometimes around here
It was rough that year. That was a really cold year
it was.
too.
21 was a really cold year. I remember because we were always outside with the chickens, having to give them more water every few hours because it would just freeze.
Heated
kept
water
freezing.
lines.
Yeah.
Heated water line froze, everything. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Yeah, we were 40 below for like
We
over a
broke
week. Yeah.
our two spigots, outside spigots. They broke, and we had to fix them. They busted inside and flooded the basement. Yeah, it was a interesting time.
Good times. Good
Yeah.
times.
It's
Yeah.
a good thing you had all that extra time on your hands to
Yes,
fix all
yes.
those things.
Just what I wanted to do with it. And it's a partially finished basement, so we had to kind of knock out a wall and then crawl up under behind there to get the one. Yeah, fun
Always
times.
an
fun
adventure.
times.
Definitely.
But it is. All right. Any other questions or anything? Comments?
No, I'm good.
Just
I just wanted for nerd sakes, I wondered how tall your crop was because
no, I like that. I like that because I
want to check now next time.
could help people. Well, I think
Good
knowing where
idea,
they're at,
where
if
they're at.
they're at a good height or not, or anything like that.
Yeah, because everybody's soil we're all using different mediums.
Hmm.
And while we all again strive to be able to have not only accessibility, but also be able to afford the coast of Maine, not that it's super expensive. I mean, it's no more than
Not really.
really.
No,
If anything, it's a little bit cheaper, at least in
for
my
the yield you get out of it, it's cheaper.
Yes, definitely. But like I'm saying, it's like you guys have the machine now that loads your trays, so you don't even know exactly. I mean, I guess you could dump it out and measure it.
Well, I measure it like I know I put three, like every once in a while, I'm like, okay, it's almost completely empty. So I put 3 bags in that. How many trays did I get out of it? Like I did it the other day and I was right at 16 trays still. So, and as I always say, 15, 16 trays. So, every once in a while you just do it. Okay, it's empty. It's pretty much empty. There may be a little bit in there.
Yeah.
And if it averages over 16 trays, you're like, okay, it was 16 trays.
But like me, I'm just using your 3-quart scoop
Yeah.
way, like you teach to all
Yeah.
of us before we get big like you and are able to have fancy toys like
Yes.
that. But
One day.
We still have that scoop. It comes in handy.
so I did up the amount that I was using, so I'll be interested to see if my yield changes for
Yeah.
sure.
See if
Because
it's
I'm using half a scoop more of soil.
okay. Yeah.
from
These
our-
are on what soil are you using?
He's got the.
I'm
The
using
burpee.
the burpee.
Okay. No, that's fine. I'm just curious because I would actually be very curious if it does change yours as well. Or if it is just the coast of Maine would do that, kind of thing.
Yeah, well, we won't be able to use my mustard as but I can definitely check the broccoli because the broccoli did beautiful, like germination wise, and this is looking beautiful also, just like normal. So, yeah. So
Awesome.
I can compare notes on that, and I didn't, this is all the same 20 grams on both of those. So
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
and
Let us know.
peas, too. I did more soil for my peas too. I mean, even though I know those are not supposedly, they're definitely a hydroponic crop. Like they don't even need
Yeah.
it.
They don't really need it. It helps, but it's not.
He's
They will
really-
grow without it, but
It
it may just take
nothing.
longer. It's the time frame more than anything on them. would take. Like nothing, probably gonna take 15, 16 days to grow to be enough to cut, you know. Soil, you're gonna get, 9 or 10 days.
It's a big difference.
And we are always systematic, you plant and you harvest, you plant and you harvest,
Yeah, when you're trying to stick to a schedule,
Yeah, it's important.
which
I
is
gotta
why
go plant peas 2 days ahead and I gotta plant, no, that'd be annoying.
Mhm. No, which is why I was like panicking when I saw my seeds and then everything was like still little, I was like,
What did I do? Nope, it was the same. See, like Bill and Cindy had an issue with the arugula falling last time. You both had an issue this time of the seed just not growing on cabbage. So it's just working out. We're having the same stuff.
well, if anything, this just shows that even you guys who've been growing for years and years now can still have run into hiccups.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, oh dang, now we're a little behind, so now we need to leave the lights on so it warms up and they grow faster now.
And it goes faster. Yes. And you notice that you just turn that set of lights on and let them sit there. Yes. Easy peasy. All right.
All right, I'm gonna water this puppy and go get her under the lights.
All right. Have a good night. We'll talk to you Tuesday.
Okay.
All right, see you then. Bye.
Bye.